Turkey's infrastructure renewal continues apace, despite 2016's political upheaval. In 2015, the Turkish government invested $30 billion in construction, with the total value of projects scheduled through to 2023 worth over $100 billion. Joining me is project finance expert Professor Dr Ercüment Erdem. What are some of the most interesting projects happening in Turkey at the moment?
We have many interesting projects, but let me give you only 3 examples. The first one is Yavuz Sultan Selim Bridge. It's a very new bridge, the 3rd bridge on the Bosphorus, and it's part of the Northern Marmara Motorway project. The second one is the new Istanbul Airport. It will be one of the major airports in Turkey. We expect it to be in operation in 2017 probably. My third example is Osman Gazi Bridge. It crosses Izmit Bay and is part of the Izmir-Istanbul motorway project. It reduces more than 50% the distance between Istanbul and Izmir. It's in operation since 2016 and it costs $1.1 billion. It was a major project for Turkey.
What are the laws governing PPP projects in Turkey?
We have 2 sets of rules. The first one is the PPP law. We call it PPP law, but in fact it's a law with respect of the healthcare facilities. PPPs projects are very important for Turkey, in particular for healthcare facilities. So this is the first time that we have mentioned PPP project in the law. The second is the public tender law. It's a general law, but provides some guidance for the public tender and organize how they have to be structured with confidentiality, reliability, and many other main principles.
How are these projects typically structured?
These projects are typically structured as joint ventures in the form of joint stock companies. We have a long-standing experience with the BOT project in Turkey, since we have a particular law for that respect enacted in 1994. This law provides some guidance, some general guidance for the BOT project, and some variants to the BOT project, like build-operate or build, lease, and transfer models. And what we are doing in practice in Turkey, we are using the model contract prepared by international institutions such as FIDIC or ICC.
What unique risks do foreign companies need to be aware of when they're looking to invest in Turkey?
Whatever risks are equivalently valid for foreign investor and Turkish investor. And the foreign investment is a top priority for Turkish government. But I would like to draw the attention of the investor mainly on 3 points. The first one is the management risk, how you manage the contract obligations and the project. There might be some failure for obtaining permits, environmental risk, and many other. The second one is the legal risk or limitation of liabilities, in particular force majeure, step-in rights, or public order issues. The third risk is the enforceability of security. As you may know, we are taking many securities for a project finance, and these securities should be easily enforceable. So this is an important point as well.
Finally, what's the most important thing for businesses to be aware of if they want to engage with Turkey's development plans?
They have to understand the opportunity and they have to evaluate the risk. Opportunity and risk goes together. So they have to be prepared, and your legal, financial, and tax advisors have to have a strong background for project financing and in PPP project. And they have to be ready for the worst case scenario, the non-performance of the contract. So we may need a reliable, user-friendly, and easily implemented dispute resolution mechanism. For that respect, I strongly suggest to use international arbitration.
Ercüment, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. You can find out more about Turkey's infrastructure developments at worldfinance.com. And please subscribe for more PPP news, as well as all the latest insights from World Finance.